Motivation comes and goes, so don't be dependent on that. Um, you really have to practice believing in yourself because nobody is going to change your life. People can assist, people can help, you can network, but you control your destiny, and it's not easy, and it's never going to look the way that you want it to look, and it's never going to happen the way that you want it to happen when you want it to happen. That's not to say that it's not going to happen. It's just going to take time and patience, and it's going to tug on you in ways that you didn't even know you needed to change or should change. And don't pay attention to time. That's probably the biggest thing that I had to learn. There's all these moments where you feel like you should have something accomplished by a certain deadline, and that's made up in your head. And granted, society put it there. You know, society made you feel like you should graduate from college at a certain age, you should buy a house at a certain age, you should start a family at a certain age, or you should at least want those things in general. Not everyone wants to go to college, and college isn't meant for everyone. And you truly have to do what's best for you and what makes you happy. It starts by believing in yourself, though. And it's very, very small at first, and you have to be grateful for it. For instance, I am not a fan of vlogging. I had to truly push myself to get here. I had to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. And I also had to find a way that I could continue doing it consistently. I've mentioned before that this was my third time trying to do this. And a part of it is the fear of the negativity. And so I have currently still do it, still practicing these tactics and how to talk to myself and provide self-care in a way that was never expressed to me, was never taught to me, was never shown to me. Like, I don't have people around me that truly believe in themselves. So it took time for me to get there. But it took acknowledging that I needed to get there. And it's not like someone said something to me and then the light bulb went off. And I was like, okay, now I need to believe in myself, and these are some things that I need to tell myself. No, that's not how it worked at all. I realized that I wanted to change, and I realized that step one for me was forgiving myself, forgiving my past, and understanding that I'm not that person anymore. And it still takes me time. There's memories that I have where I'm just like, why did I do that? Why would I do that? And I have to recognize that at that point in time, that's all I knew. And at that point in time, I let my emotions get the best of me. And now I'm more aware of it. And because I'm more aware of it, it makes it that much easier for me to forgive myself now. What I mean by that is before it would take me hours, days, weeks, right, to get to a point where I truly believed that everything was going to be okay, that I could change my situation, that it wasn't the end of the world. And it takes a lot of self-talk all day, every day. You have to show up for you. And what that means is I have to wake up in the morning and tell myself that, one, that I'm thankful that I got to wake up today. You know, I have to start there. And then, what are some things that is going to make me happy? Well, working makes me happy because it gives me a paycheck. It allows me to pay my bills. It allows me to save up so that I can enjoy some of the things that I want to enjoy that I can't afford at this moment, or that I haven't budgeted for, because I'm a huge budgeter. And it doesn't matter how much money I have in my bank. If something comes up, I'm going to try and split up that payment or whatever that situation is. I'm going to try and make it less of a blow for me. Where other people might just be like, psh, I'll pay for it and keep it moving. I don't want it to linger over my head. Like, you have to do what's best for you. And so I'm more grateful today than I was last week, because we all change on a daily, and what's going on around us has more of an influence than we like to attribute. That's okay. You should try and think about how your day has truly impacted you and your personality, your traits, your characteristic, and then choose to be positive about it. You know, I don't have the things that I want, but I have everything that I need. Everything. And I have to be grateful for that. And there were moments, even when I didn't have everything, where I was happy. So I have to focus on that, and I have to know that my happiness is real and it's possible, and I can find it throughout my day, and I can be happy that, you know, I've been making videos for 3 days in a row. I have to be happy about that, because there was a point in time where I wasn't doing it at all and was disappointed that I wasn't doing it. You know, and a part of the reason why I wasn't doing it is because of the negativity that comes behind it. And some of the things that I had to tell myself is, and I had to learn and I have to continue telling myself, is that negative people are hurting. I think about myself when I was doing or being mean or doing things that were selfish. It was from a place of hurt. And because of that, I acknowledge it in other people, or I practice acknowledging it in other people. I am preparing myself for the negative comments that will come. And some of the ways that I do that is I look at it, at other people's posts, on other people's content, on other people's videos, and I see the negativity, and I realize there's nothing special about the person that posted it. They're just like me. So if they have people that's spewing negativity at them, spewing hatred at them, what makes me so special to think that nobody should do that to me? Truthfully, I don't like everybody. So why do I want everyone to like me? And why do I want everyone to be positive and nice to me? I'm not always positive and nice. I don't really think I'm a nice person in general. For me, being nice means sugarcoating stuff. And I am more honest and more bold than the people that's in my corner, in my circle. My circle isn't even that big, to be honest. And I'll talk about that later on down the line. You know, I don't have people that's hustling the way that I do, or trying to reach their dreams the way that I am. and there's all these rumors about just surround yourself with people just like you or where you want to be, or it doesn't really happen like that. So I will get into that a little bit later on down the line. I do want to finish saying, though, I look at these comments and I say, you spewed hatred on someone when you could have just kept scrolling. Like, truly think about that. You could have went on with your life instead of spreading hatred and negativity. And yet you watched or read or, you know, engaged in this content just to be disappointed, just to spew out that disappointment instead of saying, okay, I don't want to follow that person anymore. I don't want to see this content anymore or anything like that. You have to be in a dark place to do that. There's plenty of times that I see things on the internet where I'm just like, that's not for me. Carry on. Because I'm responsible for my happiness. If that doesn't make me happy, then I have to move on. The other part to that too is I don't want to focus on just the comments, right? What I noticed is there's posts that I have thousands of likes. Typically, the amount of likes is greater than the amount of comments. So even if every single comment, every single one was negative, when you compare that to the amount of likes you have, that's a really small amount of people. When you compare that to the amount of people in the world, that's a really small amount of people. So if I'm going to look at it, I'm going to say, you know, at least 51% of the people, anytime it's greater than 50% of my comments to my likes, is when I'm going to be concerned. Because then I'm like, okay, I'm putting out bad content, and I don't really like the terminology good or bad, but I'm putting out content that isn't reaching people in the positive way that I wanted to. That's when I'll switch gears. But if you mean to tell me that I have 10 people commenting and I have 100 likes, and you want me to focus on those 10 comments, whether or not it's good or bad, I'm not doing it. That doesn't bring me joy, it doesn't bring me happiness, and I'm responsible for that. So I have to believe in me, and I have to push through, and I have to take moments now ahead of the time before I have people commenting, before I have people liking. I had to change my mindset so that when I see negative things, that I'll be like, that's okay, that person's hurting. Or that's okay, I have more people that like this post than don't like it. That's okay, I have more content out there, more views out there. There's more people out there that I can reach. I have to tell myself that over and over and over again. And I have to find a process that works for me. And I have to find a rhythm that works for me. Sure, I would love to put out 3, 4, 5 pieces of content a day. I don't have that energy in me. So right now, I have to practice. I have to practice putting one piece of content out Monday through Friday. If I make it, I make it. If I don't, I don't. It's okay. We'll be okay. So think about that. Have a lovely, happy day. I love you. I believe in you way more than you believe in you, or else you would be reaching your dreams or putting forth the effort. And I hope you do. In the meantime, please help defund the police. Love you.